For 70 years, the Weavers Guild of Miami Valley has crafted a community of talented artisans. Here's their story.
The Weavers Guild of Miami Valley encompasses any person who is interested in weaving, interested in spinning.
Most of our members are weavers, but not all. We have people that are involved in knitting, quilting, fiber arts in general. You name it, they do it. This is our 70th anniversary, and so we have been celebrating by having displays at various libraries and historic societies in the area.
They've put exhibits in all of the libraries to give people a chance to know the Guild is here and thriving.
And then, of course, we'll be at the wool gathering.
The Guild sponsored the wool gathering originally, and Young's Jersey Dairy took it over. But the Guild started that, and it just grew.
The wool gathering is my favorite because of all the vendors that attend the wool gathering. Bring your pocketbook. I guess if you asked each member, they'd have a different answer as to what they get from being a member of the Weavers Guild. But our primary purpose is education. We would like to teach weaving, spinning to those folks who are interested in learning. In addition to that, I believe personally that it is a way to preserve a craft that is not predominant today as it was once in the past.
The days of learning from your mom, your grandma, Aunt Sally, those days are gone, and we're not raised with it right next to us. So an organization like the Guild allows us to get the instruction, get the support, and keep the love of weaving going.
People who think it's really simple and fast, quick, easy to do, it's not. So I tell people it is a time-consuming craft, hobby, endeavor, and so they need to be made aware of that. The weaving part is not that time-consuming. What is time-consuming is planning your colors, what fibers you're going to use.
The advantage of weaving is the way you juxtapose the fibers creates a particular hand in a cloth. And that's where all the difference is in a hand-woven piece as opposed to a machine-woven piece. And there's nothing wrong with machine-woven pieces either. It's just there's a difference in the hand and the design and the creativity. And it all goes into how a weaver uses the fibers.
I enjoy working with cotton or cotton blend. I have worked with other fibers, such as wool and synthetics. The items I like to weave are scarves and household items, towels, placemats, table runners. My goal eventually is to weave a coverlet, and maybe I'll get there one day.
Most of my weaving, when I worked, was yardage that I would then make into clothes. So a lot of my inspiration would be things you saw in stores, in magazines, and you would say, oh, well, they did this and this. I could do that, and then try it from there. The scarf I did at a workshop. Several years ago, a new theme came out that was called iridescent weaving, and that was using yarns that if you move the item, they would show different colors. They would iridesce. It's a very simple weave structure. It's just that the colors play with each other, against each other, and that's the finished effect.
The weaving I do is primarily for the wall or collages So it's a different process. I will work with any fiber. In a collage, you can use any material that you find lovely.
For me, it's a way to express myself. With the spinning, it's a way to just relax.
Craft making is very relaxing. It regenerates your spirit. And there's something very musical about just doing the same thing over and over, and it calms you down. We do have a monthly meeting, and at each monthly meeting there is a program presented.
Someone will come and discuss weaving, dyeing, some topic that has to do with fiber. People attending the meeting will bring something that they've just finished and show and talk about what they did and yarns they used and that sort of thing.
This is my first weave without doing it here.
The show and tell is primarily to encourage the guild members to keep working.
Sometimes that will be followed with a workshop in conjunction with the presentation. There are probably 5 or 6 different workshops during the year. I think it's amazing that this guild has lasted as long as it has. I've been members in other groups and organizations, and they kind of come and go. People chose different interests, avenues, paths, life interferes, and they don't have the longevity that the Weavers Guild has. I think the thing to remember from all of this is the Weavers Guild, while being 70, is still very young at heart, is still doing new and challenging things. We stay on the cutting edge, and we're constantly bringing new ideas, inventive ideas to the Guild, and age is just a number. It's how you feel young at heart, and I think this group is very young at heart.